Hey, everybody, you're listening to Us on Fire. I'm going to give you a few minutes of listening. I should learn to play the drums.
It's fun.
I can't give you all of it, guys. You got to go buy it. That was a little taste of Us on Fire. We have Reginald on the phone, and we have, announce yourselves, young men. Who do I have on the camera?
David Hill and Daniel Mosley.
All right. Say hi, Reginald.
Hello.
Hello, he says. So, you guys are from Camden, Arkansas, and Reginald, you are in Little Rock, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to sound so surreal. I reckon I'm going to eat some of them fried taters.
French fried taters.
Guys, if you don't know these guys, they are pretty cool. We've been sitting here chatting for a little bit. They are Us on Fire. It's David Hill, Reginald Falls, Steve Harris, and Daniel Mosley. Y'all have been together for approximately around 2 years, and you've already put out 2 albums. Tell me about your albums, dude. Somebody?
Our first one we recorded about a year ago, and it's 5 songs. And our second one is 10. We just recorded this summer.
Cool. And that's the one I bought yesterday.
Done at Wolfman Studios. We highly recommend any new bands.
Yeah.
Go check them out.
Wolfman Studios. They've been around a long time, ain't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Us on Fire. How did you guys decide to group up and become a band? Give us a little history on you.
I'll give my piece of it. I met these fine gentlemen through a mutual friend who introduced me to them. His name's Blake, and we just started jamming from there, and it just kind of snowballed. And you know, after a lot of sessions of sitting down and crying and hugging each other, and talking about feelings, we decided it was time to see what we could create musically.
Oh my gosh. So there was hugging going on and crying. I get it.
That's a normal practice for us. It's a lot of hugging and crying.
I somehow think you're full of shit on that one. I think y'all tear stuff up and jam and rock out.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. A little bit of crying, a little bit of tearing.
So, Reginald, give us a little history on you. You know, how long have you been, you know, doing what you do? How long you been playing?
The bullet point version would be back in high school. I had a band called Fallen, which is long since been buried to the annals of time. But we were together for about 6 years from high school into college, and that's back when I think we all thought we were going to be, you know, permanent rock stars. And we had to learn the hard way that life doesn't care what you want to be. So I would say I've probably been into writing lyrics and singing for probably most of my life, but it's only been the last 3 or 4 years I've started to reconsider joining a band atmosphere, and that's kind of where that started.
Right. So, You guys, tell me a little bit about you. Daniel.
Me and Daniel have been jamming together for 6 or 7 years. Same thing with Steve. He's been with us for that time too.
He's gonna make
Did a
his
bunch of bands.
later. He's gonna come
Yeah,
slide.
hopefully.
Yeah. I'm
Kids
here.
gonna see that. But the three of us have been jamming together for a while. We've done a bunch of different bands, and then we met Reg at Walmart. And we're like, hey, you say you can sing, and you're into the same kind of music we are. So we just started hanging out, and he started singing for us.
You met him at Walmart?
Yeah, he works at Walmart.
Wow, that's cool. Now I gotta go to
Mhm.
Walmart. They got cool people working there. We've got Mr. Dale from McEwing on here. He says hello from the band.
Hi.
McEwing says hello. So
Hello.
tell
What's up, dude?
tell us, guys, how did y'all get explain? Dean told me a little bit. How did y'all get the spot on the Spa City Rocktober Music Festival? I heard there was a battle of the bands. Tell me about that.
I believe
Well, I think we originally enrolled in that, not so much with the hopes of winning. I mean, of course, everybody likes money, and we're too ugly to be prostitutes, so we were hoping to win some money. But I think the biggest part of it was for the exposure and the experience of doing something like that. And that is where we met Dean. Was Dean one of the judges, or was he just running the sound, or was he doing both? I don't remember.
He was running the sound.
yeah, you ran sound for the Battle of the Big Chill.
Yeah, he said he promises he wasn't biased, but you guys kicked ass.
Hopefully he was biased.
We've heard that before. We may kick ass.
Everybody is. Except
Let's see, we got Tammy on here, says, love my boys, so proud of you all.
That would be Steve's mom, and she loves him very much.
I love Steve.
yeah, she likes Steve. She tolerates the rest of us.
Y'all like So, where can everyone find your music and your websites and all that stuff? Give us a little info.
We got music on YouTube.
Go ahead.
It's on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, any streaming service. There's links to our YouTube on our Facebook page.
Google Play.
Yeah, Google Play. Anywhere you can buy music almost online on albums there.
Are y'all going to have hard copies and merch at the Spa City Music Festival?
Yes, we
Yes.
have hard copies, we have shirts, we have stickers,
Yeah.
we have plenty of
I don't
merchandise.
have custom albums or shirts or anything.
Yeah, he's showing me your album cover right now. That is cool. That is
That
cool.
was our first attempt at doing that on our own. I think it came out pretty well.
Hey.
That got vomited out of Daniel's brain.
It got vomited out of Daniel's brain. Cool. So, tell me about some. I know you noticed that y'all have. Believe it was PJ's Coffee and El Dorado. Y'all are playing at the Halloween costume contest. Is that correct?
PJs.
PJ's.
It's PJs in Eldorado. Yes, ma'am. It'll be on Halloween night. It's a costume contest. They're gonna have a drink special. I don't know exactly what the drink special is, but I'm sure it'll be a good deal.
Yeah,
some money for a contest.
We got Chanel on here. Is that how you pronounce that? Says you guys are awesome. Awesome.
Thank you,
Thank you, Chanel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Apparently, y'all have a large fan base. That is great. I hope it keeps building for you. Tell us a little. Tell us some more events you got going on that we talked about before we went live.
Saturday night. Well, I'll let David give the details since we got them, but we're going to be playing our first spot at the Revolution Room, which is a big deal for us because that's I wouldn't say it's difficult to get your foot in the door with that area, but that's where a lot of bands are typically booked, and we're happy to be a part of that circle of life, so to speak, now.
Definitely.
So is that the Rev Room in Little Rock?
Yes.
The Rev Room, Revolution Music Room.
Chris King, yeah. Yeah, it takes a while to get in there, but once you get in there, you know, if you just blow his hair back, you'll be back. You'll be back.
That's what we intend to do.
That's the plan.
And that's when? That's Friday or Saturday?
Yeah,
No,
Friday night.
no.
Saturday
That's Saturday.
night.
That's Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Saturday night after we get done at Fest. It starts at 7.
Okay.
Doors open at 7.
Yeah, doors open at 7. Our friends One Run are going to be there. Tenpenny Gypsy, and just a few other bands. There's an event on Facebook that you can go check out on our Facebook.
Cool.
Hey, what time do we go on?
He said, what time?
We go on last.
You go on last.
so it'll be later.
Yeah. We don't have a time.
We don't have
yet.
an exact time.
Come to the Revolution Room. We're going to be the ones you hear when you're the drunkest. So have fun with that.
Which is good.
Which is helpful for us.
But they are going to be
Cheers to
playing 4 to 4:30 at Spa City, the first annual Spa City Rocktoberfest in downtown Hot Springs. It will be behind the farmers market. They've got vendors. They've got bouncy houses for kids. Great lineup of music. And it just sounds like it's going to be a great time. So, I just had a squirrel moment. A squirrel?
Oh, no.
We have those a lot.
Yeah, I had a thought and it just went out the window with this rainy weather. So, I've been listening to your music and man, y'all got some really killer stuff. So, the one I was checking out when we started out, it's called Cutting Out. So that is cool. Whose baby was that?
I wrote the music.
We all kind of take ownership for certain parts. I do write the lyrics primarily, and you know, because I don't play any instruments, so I might as well do something. But usually, like for example, A Single Night of Misfortune is an idea that was brought forth by Daniel, which I won't delve too far into because I like people to go on their own little journeys with what they listen to. I don't want to give people the whole cake.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make them find it. But that was an idea that Daniel brought forward and I thought was fantastic. So that idea actually sprouted into a basic theme for the album. So while I may have written the lyrics, Daniel is largely responsible for help pushing some of the creative direction on where some of the songs went. And that would include Cutting Out, which is actually, from my own standpoint as lyricist, is probably, I would say, the least heavier, deep song that we have on there, but it is probably one of the more fun ones to play.
Well, I tell you what, I was listening to him last night, man, and you definitely take people on a journey and tell them a story, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it. That's all I got to say about that. Chanel says, buy merchandise, support these boys.
Yes, please buy our shit.
Please buy our shit.
I'm really hungry.
Please buy our shit. Chris Moran from the band McEwen, he wants to know guitar players' influences. What were some of your influences?
Tom Morello, Simon Neil from Biffy Clyro, Jimi Hendrix, Dimebag. Just, pretty much standard guitar player influences.
Right. I went to Dallas, Texas, was it last month? And I had the I went. One of the first things that we did is we went because the bandana I have on is a dirtbag bandana, and they were working with Dimebag when that crazy ass person did what they did. But I told her, I said, the first thing I want to do, I want to go show respect to the king, you know. So we went up there, and it was so cool, you know, that I got to give a chance to show him a little bit of respect. And I told, you know, I did my own little thing with him, as telling him that, you know, I'm going to try to make a difference and help all these great bands out there and get some exposure. And I told, it was weird because my partner caught it on video, and I got to have her send me the video. I told him, I said, give me a sign that I'm doing it right and I'm doing the right thing. And all I did was lean my head down. I wasn't even thinking about the bandana I had on. And I leaned my head down and I was like, oh crap, I got a dirtbag bandana on. And then this white bird thing came and sat down right behind us and just sat there and looked at me like, and I'm like, are you getting this shit, man? I was like, that was cool. So yeah, I definitely went and showed respect to him.
Yeah.
So what all do you guys want people to know about Us on Fire? Tammy, you said best band ever.
Probably, I mean, it's not every day, but I mean, I would say it's a healthy amount. So I want people to know that I don't chronically do it, but I have been known to masturbate a normal amount of times.
I would like people to know that we have stuff for sale.
Okay. You're on the phone, so you can't see, but I am beet red right now. Okay. For all you females out there, I guess you heard that.
Everybody heard that. Steve's mom heard that.
Steve's mom heard that.
Tammy, shout out.
We got a lot of shows coming up the rest of this year. You can catch the dates on our Facebook page. If anybody is interested in catching us play, other than Saturday, we have a lot of shows coming up.
Your Facebook page is www.facebook.com/ capital US, capital ON, capital FIRE. That's on fire.
Yes.
And
Yes,
you also have, you can find their music on Google Play, Spotify, all over. Don't forget, guys, that they will have merch. They will have CDs for sale at the show. So bring your cashola. I already got mine.
We got t-shirts and stickers too.
T-shirts and stickers too. Cool. I needed
2 different kinds of t-shirts and 2 different kinds of stickers.
What were you saying?
For 10 minutes, I'm willing to cuddle anyone that pays me. So if anybody out there is interested, if you want to cuddle with the lead singer, Us on Fire, it's $10 for 10 minutes. Only over the close.
The views expressed in this interview do not necessarily represent that of Us on Fire LLC.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
there's a little free free cuddle advertisement going on there. You might be careful what you wish for. There's some crazy bitches out there. We got Teresa on here. She's like,
She's correct.
Yeah, guys, I got to say
That
this.
is the appropriate response.
These guys are a lot of fun. You've got to check them out. So, Daniel, which one?
Yes.
Which one's Daniel? Raise your hand.
Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, tell us how you started playing.
I downloaded Nevermind by Nirvana
illegally off of LimeWire.
Yeah, I did. I bought it with money later. So I mean, They can eat a dick. But I got into them. That's what got me into playing drums. I found the first guy at school I knew that played guitar, and I've been playing ever since. David was friends with my oldest brother in school. That's how I met him. I met Steve through an old singer in an old band we have, and we met Reg, and I've been playing like 6 or 7 years now, pretty consistently.
Cool. Well, I tell you what, like I said, I've got your music, and when we're done with our interview today, I will let them have a little bit more of a taste. Is there any? Let's see. Chris Moran from McEwen says, "Okay, so is a vocalist? It is a vocalist thing. I guess that's the cuddling, offering to cuddle for money."
Actually, there's been multiple scientific studies to show that vocalists in general are able to express themselves more freely and openly with the audience if they've previously cuddled someone, preferably a stranger, for up to 10 minutes.
Before you go on stage?
It's a little foggy at this point in time, but I think that they're wrapping a few medical reviews together, and you'll come to find that it's very beneficial for the singer to do those things, yes.
He says the cuddling. Oh, gosh. Man, this is fun. So you guys are playing Spa City Rocktoberfest Saturday at 4 p.m. You'll play at 4:30, and then you are rushing to Little Rock, and you are playing the Rep Room that night. That is pretty cool.
Yes.
That's a working band right there. When you got 2 or 3 gigs in one day, you're like, that's what I'm talking about. Well, is there anything else that you guys? Tammy says Snake Eyes, best song ever. And Chris Moran says we keep ours in a trunk. This is People's Exhibit A. Okay, we're getting deep here.
That sounds dangerously close to kidnapping. I'm not 100% involved in that.
Yeah, that they were saying that.
The legality of these stories to be disputed at a later date.
Okay, cool. So go get their albums, man. Like I said, I got Collections of the Deep. It's pretty freaking cool. When we get done with the interview, I will let y'all listen to just a little taste, because you got to go buy it, But they will have hard copies at their shows this weekend. And you guys have been a lot of fun. I'm going to have to get y'all back on here when you get big and famous and talk about this first interview. And see if you're still doing the cuddling thing,
Cuddling is a way of life. It's really not a thing. So yes, it'll still be happening.
So you will still be offering cuddles for $5.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, over the close,
without factoring in inflation.
Nothing X-rated.
Well, you might need security because, like I said, there's some crazy women out there.
Oh, I know a few people. They're a lot bigger than me. I'll invite them along. They got my back.
Oh gosh. Okay. Now they have a member that is not with them right now. That was Steve. Tell us about Steve, because he's not there and he don't have a chance to tell about himself. Tell us about Steve.
He was dropped a lot when he was a kid. Tammy was like a terrible parent. She pretty much treated him like a mop, like a Swiffer. She used him to clean up spills a lot. And he absorbed all of that, and it just made him a perfect bass player. He's like a sponge now. Literally, he just.
Sometimes
he plays the bass as best as he can.
We're worried.
We keep him mostly busy with coloring books.
As long as he's got those pretty dinosaurs to color in, he's good.
So, like, I show up Saturday and I bring him a color book full of dinosaurs.
Please do. He will be so mad at me, but please do that.
I'm going to.
Anybody who wants to mess with our friend Steve, bring him a coloring book.
I want to help you out, so here's your dinosaur. Here's your dinosaur.
So, a little bit of,
Yeah, that would be awesome.
even though he does like dinosaurs, is, if I'm not mistaken, he was in some projects with Daniel and David. He's been playing the bass for a good period of time as well, probably, about 6 to 7 years, I would say, if not more. And he's actually made a lot of big contributions to some of the driving backgrounds to a few of our songs. So some of the ones where you hear that clear-cut bass in the very beginning,
Right.
Those songs, for the most part, we built around those bass lines. So everybody kind of pitches in whenever we make songs, so that way it's got a little bit of flavor from everyone.
Right. That sounds cool, man. That, you know, that's what makes it, is when you all collaborate and you all have a big part. And that way it's like, you know, your band is like your extended family. So, I mean, you know, you making this great music together and having that to look back on years down the road when you hit it big, which I got faith in you. You know, that's something cool to hang on to. Tammy says, "Hey, LOL." I think, y'all know.
She wants us to behave, but she knows better.
Tammy, are they bad? And this
Steve wrote.
Chris Moran says, "Fair enough." And looks like Mr. Dean Angus. I said him like meat again. Agus. Dean Agus is watching.
Hi, Dean.
He is the Artbeat Entertainment. He is the one that is putting this large, beautiful music festival on for Hot Springs.
Which we're highly appreciative of.
Yes,
not only is it for a good cause, and it gives people in Hot Springs the ability to, you know, mingle and interact and do something different.
Right.
But for us, I guess even on a selfish level, it gives us the opportunity to get more exposure in Hot Springs, which is something that we're interested in doing. So it kind of on multiple levels to be part of something like this. So we're appreciative of it.
Well, guys, I really dig y'all. Y'all are some cool, funny guys, and I love you.
You're cool.
Thank you.
I am 3 shades of red. My jaws hurt from laughing. Dean says, "Hey guys, woohoo!"
Hi, horns.
They were just bragging about you, Dean. But like I said, guys, go get their music. I got mine on Google Play, but it's on all platforms. Get the EP, the 5-song EP, but especially make sure you get the Collections of the Deep. That's the one I got, and I am truly digging it. I am digging it. But I want to thank, you know, you, Reginald. I want to thank you, David. I want to thank you, Daniel. I wish Steve could have been there, because
He's here in spirit.
yeah, I was waiting for him to come do the slide in, you know, like that movie from the old days, that Tom Cruise movie. You know, come slide thoughts.
Risky business.
Risky
business.
Oh gosh. But you guys, y'all have a great weekend, and after the video, I will put a link up to your Facebook, and actually, I think I put it on with this video, but I'll put another link up to your Facebook, and I will put a link to where they can find your music. Everybody, wait, we got a question. Whoop, whoop. Dean says, "Go and check out these guys, everyone. 4 p.m. Spa City Rocktoberfest Music Festival. I am a fan." And then we got
You know what? That guy's going to get cuddles for sure.
Watch out, Dean. He's coming to cuddle you. And then we got Jordan says, my band Indigo Honey is playing with them on November 17th. I'm the drummer.
Yes.
That's awesome.
The
So-
We haven't
elixir.
even talked about any shows for next month because I think we're still trying to figure out all the changes to this month.
They're doing their band, their boy band thing, so they can both be in the video. They're cuddling right now. They're
That's
showing.
what they do. They're gonna, and you know what? It's 2018. We are supportive of that, so I wish them the best of luck.
No, it's
Free
got
hugs, man. Free
the
hugs.
way the video's set up. It's got to where you got to get in this little space, so they're all snugged up together, so we can get them both in there. We learned that yesterday with Mr. John LeCompte. He was by himself, and on our side, we both looked center of the video, and when the video came out, half his face was cut off. So I was like, we're not having that happen again. So I'm like looking over here going, you got to squeeze together, guys. But guys, thank you so much for being on here. And, you know, just keep doing what you're doing and keep pushing forward. And if there's anything Rocktight can do for you, you just give me a shout and I'll gladly jump in and help.
And we appreciate
Later next year, I'm hoping to be able to work with Mr. Dean and some other great promoters and put together a large music festival. So that we'll talk about that at a later date, but when I'm able to make it happen, I definitely like you to be part of it. But
count us in for sure.
Absolutely.
well, I want to thank you guys, you know, Reginald, for being on the phone because, you know, things happen. You had to go do your daytime thing, but I'm glad you were still able to be here on the phone. And David,
It was in court.
David and Daniel, you know, rushing around getting a laptop so you didn't have to deal with the cell phone. Thank y'all. And you know, later on down the road when y'all have when y'all get a little bit bigger, don't forget to come back and let's do another interview because you're fun. I'm going to be videoing Saturday with my iPhone. I'm going to be catching these cuddling and all this stuff.
Good.
It'll be worth a lot of money later when you sell it to somebody like a tablet or something.
It will be. It'll be worth a lot of money. And what it'll really be worth a lot of heart. It's gonna. You ever seen those puppy commercials with Sarah? Is it McLaughlin? Is that how you pronounce it?
Sarah
And
McLaughlin.
she sings, and the puppies are all sad, and everybody gets sad. It's gonna be like that, but with cuddling.
The angel.
Oh Lord, you're singing Angel.
Instead of puppies, it'll be sad band members. People. It's gonna be like depressing and terrible, and it's gonna be great.
It's going to be depressing, terrible, and great. But your show's going to be rocking and it's going to kick butt Saturday. And I can't
We're
wait.
bonafide.
Bonafide.
There you go.
Mhm.
Well, make sure, you know, when you guys get done, make sure you come by and say hi to me. And we'll take some pictures. But guys, this is Us on Fire from Camden and Little Rock, Arkansas. Y'all check them out. Go to their Facebook page. You know, the lead singer is all about some cuddling. And, yeah, so we had a lot of fun. I am like having squirrel moments here because I'm like, okay, how many chicks can I have show up just for the $5 cuddles? But I want to.
I'm not cheap.
They have merch. They have T-shirts. You guys have make sure you have, and this is telling my size here. Make sure you guys have a 2X and I'll buy it from you Saturday. If you do.
Got you. Yes, ma'am.
And I'll wear it on my live videos. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Once again, everybody, this is Us on Fire. They will be at Spa City Rocktoberfest this Saturday. They go on at 4. They play to 4:30. Then they rush to Rev Room, and they will be the last band playing at the Rev Room. So look them up, give them a shout, tell them Rocktight sent you. Thanks, guys, so much, and I hope to have y'all back on here at a later date.
Thank you, Mary.
We look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Y'all stay out of trouble now.
No. No. We'll do the opposite of that.
All right.
We're going to go commit crimes.
I didn't hear that. I'm your alibi. You were live online interview. Yeah, you were with me the whole time.
Okay.
All right, guys. Y'all, all you fans out there, you can catch them Saturday. And the ones that are just coming on, you got to go back and watch the beginning of this video and watch the whole thing because, yeah, you'll laugh. It's fun. I love it. Thank you again, guys. And y'all keep rocking.
Thank you.
Turn on.
All right, guys, that was Us on Fire. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of their music. All right, guys, that was Us on Fire. Boy, that was a fun interview. My cheeks hurt. Again, you can find them Saturday at Rocktober Fest in Spa City in Hot Springs, Arkansas, behind the Farmers Market. The lineup consists of Us on Fire, Full Circle, Hooker Red, Trip Switch, Solstice, Veil, and Eight Eyes. Eight Eyes features Mr. John LeCompte, formerly of Evanescence. I had the pleasure and honor of interviewing him yesterday. I have been in touch with all the bands. Oh, and Westbound Revival's on there too. I've been in touch with all the bands, and all the bands are in for interviews sometime this week. So, Herschel, you would have laughed. It's great. You're going to have to go back and watch the beginning and watch it all. I want to thank all of you for being on here and showing your support for the Rocktight live broadcast. It is my honor to finally do something to help get these bands a little bit of a one-on-one time with their fans and a little Q&A. So once again, Spa City Rocktoberfest this Saturday, Us on Fire, Full Circle, Westbound Revival, Hooker Red, Trip Switch, Solstice, Veil, and Eight Eyes. And all these bands I will be interviewing by Thursday. I can't do Wednesday. I can do interviews Wednesday morning if you are one of these bands. Wednesday morning, I can do an interview. But I have to go to a Rat concert with my friend Herschel and some other members of the band McEwen. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes. So I will be hanging out with them. So thank you guys for being on here. Thank you for your support for Rocktight. I'm Mary Holt. Rocktight, taking entertainment to new heights. Later tonight, squirrel moment. Tonight at 7 p.m., I have another interview. I will be interviewing none other than Wicked Truth, all the way from Ontario, Canada. They are a bunch of fun. So that's going to be a fun interview. it's going to be entertaining. So yeah, I am ready for that one. So once again, thank you, Us on Fire, for being on here with me today. And thank you guys for all your support. And be back on at 7 p.m. tonight for Wicked Truth, all the way from Ontario, Canada. Until then, Rocktight, taking entertainment to new heights. Peace out and keep rocking.